are live. Hey everybody, it is Saturday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Batman Arkham Asylum. Joining me this evening are Zenith Will Rule.
Yo!
And the game show reviewer.
Good evening, I'm Chief Meteorologist Robert Barker for the 1049th Contest of Champions News Service, and I would like to just say, welcome to the stream, everybody.
And I just want to say,
that's the problem whenever we have to do story bits beyond what was originally recorded, because I don't know if people, I've said this a few times now, all the Contest of Champions news segments were recorded back in 2018, back when I was still associated with Channel Awesome. Farad and Tamara recorded them all at once, just because having to film, you having to ask them to keep going back to film green screen stuff made no sense. So like, it's good that we have that with a whole news crew, we can have other people to cut to. We have Chaos Nightmare for Zen to read. You read this, Zen.
All right, let me find it. Chaos Nightmare for Zen to read. I had this idea for a crossover that you and Linkara can do. Oh boy. He does the Kingdom Hearts manga, and you break in holding him at gunpoint in Organization 13 outfit. Then when he says, you sit and eat the gun. Okay, two things. One, I don't appear on camera anymore outside of crossovers, and even now I'm a bit iffy on that. I kind of want to, continue to be a VTuber. And two, I don't know how to eat a gun.
The knife and fork, obviously.
and covered with Worcestershire sauce.
Good.
Okay.
Patrick Caulfield, no joke, due to the type of font, my dyslexia, I thought you were saying do personal questions and do questions of a sexual nature, which confused me for a second. Yeah, sorry, that was the Arkham font. I didn't think that all the way through.
Butterfly Utonium, I was a bridesmaid for my older sister's wedding today. This stream will definitely help me unwind after the long day. Well, happy to be of assistance, although we are going to only go for an hour and a half because I got a lot of work ahead of me. I have filmed the next Pinhead review. I have not filmed the storyline segment yet for that because these are ones that are a bit more complicated. So the episode will probably not come out on Monday, but we'll see what we can do. I just want to try to get back on track by the 26th, because the 26th is actually, it's one of those rare occasions where the Monday actually is the official anniversary date. So it'd be nice if I got Spider-Man Web of Life actually out on time.
Oh, by the way, you have cartoon reviewer tonight. Regular reviewer is, somewhere else.
Oh, good.
I just Jonathan Fuentes, gun made of cake.
Chaos Nightmare, Zen, the gun is chocolate.
If the gun is chocolate, I will eat this. All I know is
chocolate gun cake. I am liking how this is going.
Okay. All I know is if I had an ass, I would have laughed it off. Saw the review.
Just you guys gotta pay attention to all the little things that the game show reviewer included in the scroller at the beginning of that segment. And by the way, this is also yet again another case of the Halloween storyline kind of being cobbled together because the Contest of Champions, the original plans for things had to get delayed because of COVID and everything. We should have been much farther along on the contest at this point.
Damn that Divock 91 bacterium.
Damn it. So this is I think that this is going to be good foreshadowing, and I've written it in a way that it will be helpful for the Contest of Champions down the line. But this is not my favorite Halloween storyline. But I think people are going to like it regardless, especially because I'm just going to be dropping lots of information and hints for stuff for the future.
Bridget Lee, yes, I was here in San Antonio, in fact, 22 years ago, during the Great Flood of 98, the 100-year flood that happened 4 years later. Afro-Storian, what are your guys' favorite variant of dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons, I think they mean. Or do they just say dragons?
It just says dragons.
Oh. Dragonite.
One's named Daryl. How about one's named Daryl?
The Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Puff, because he lived by the sea.
There you go. Zero more. What's your favorite Megazord?
The Astro Mega Ship.
I'll agree.
It's so rare nowadays to have a Megazord that's just one thing.
I will totally agree with you there. SKH Video Productions, more work and Linkara. Name a more iconic duo.
Woo! On that note, I think I'm going to push the pilot of the new show to the end of the month to try to maybe release it on Halloween itself. No guarantees, obviously, but then I can have that in the background to not worry about while I try to get everything back on track with the Top Fourth Wall itself.
7 Seraphim 7. If any of you were a Batman villain, what would your motif / shtick be?
Well,
also,
as a person with a name that sounds like anything, clearly I am the Dread Q-Pig.
I am the dreaded game show host.
I am Cat Girl. Cats everywhere.
7 Seraphim 7. If any of you were a Batman villain... Oh, sorry, I just did that one. Also, the sewing machine cake tastes better than the cake. No disagreement there. Andrew Kine, thoughts on future state from DC?
Well, it's definitely not. It looks very much like they just took the 5G idea that was originally supposed to be like a proper full initiative and just made it like a something similar to Future's End instead, where it's just like, okay, here's a possible future for the DC universe, and we'll just keep going back to the well for our regular stories.
E. McDermott, so excited to hear you mention Stargate Atlantis, but now I have to ask, between the Wraith and the Goa'uld, who is the more interesting antagonist to you, and why?
More interesting antagonist. They have different things going for them. I'd say the Wraith by the final season of Atlantis definitely got more interesting, especially because we had Todd around. But what really comes to mind is Todd's speech to what's her name from Firefly, Jewel Strait, I think her name was.
Oh, to Dr. Keller, yeah.
Yeah, when he's talking, when it's like, shouldn't you be happy that your civilization, that you're not going to have to need to feed on humans anymore? And Todd is like, well, yeah, but our entire civilization has kind of been built around this for thousands of years. Who the hell? What will we be? Who will et cetera, et cetera. These very much the kind of things you don't really think of in sci-fi. These massive cultural shifts that sure will be a benefit to them, but will also completely revolutionize their cultural identity and what they do as a species.
Me personally, I like to see Todd as Atlantis's Ball, but if I'm gonna boil it down to Todd versus Ball, I'm gonna pick Todd.
Todd is at least a lot more trustworthy than Ball.
True. Although with Ball, you can kill him multiple times and he'll still come back. Sir Straw Hat, don't think I didn't notice the Zaxby's is real message. Yes, I did hide a picture of a Zaxby's in my newscast.
I saw that. That was beautiful.
That was in the bad universe. That was in the bad actor, bad script, bad visual effects universe.
I love the bad acting universe. We did that as like one gag in one of the War reviews back in the day, but now it's like a staple.
Yep, and I had to pay homage to it. Jonathan Fuentes, have you seen the Power Rangers Dino Fury suits? Any thoughts?
I have not really taken a close look at them, so I have no thoughts on them, sorry.
Afrostorian, which Power Ranger team do you think would fit best in a crossover with the Transformers? Also, Optimus Prime fusing with which Megazord?
Hard to say, because there's lots of different dynamics you could get with any Power Rangers cast. We're going to swap over to the game, because we have a lot of things coming up, and we got a lot of game to play in the next hour and 20 minutes.
I also see the Ghost of Crimson is around. Hey, Ghost Crimson.
Hi,
Cartoon
Ghost
reviewer
of Crimson.
here.
Ghost of Crimson. Ooh.
I've also turned down the music volume on Arkham Asylum, because now the last 2-3 streams have been claimed by Warner Brothers, and I really don't feel like disputing every single one of those, so let's see if we can avoid that this time.
Yeah,
T. Williams,
unfortunately, when it comes to game streams, when there's music involved or like stuff like that, I've had claims from like the Lego Movie video game.
Yeah, but I thought we had like autosave past this point.
Oh no, not the squares again.
Yes, the secret squares. I'm the Batman of Christmas. Ooh.
I was actually about to ask, Lou, do you think we could chance doing screen share?
1 second. Ow, 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 ow. There we go.
And while we're waiting on that, T. YMCA, good evening. Would you like a copy of Alpha Flight number 16 to review?
I don't know what's involved in Alpha Flight number 16, so I could not say for certain if I would want it or not.
Andrew Mason, speaking of Todd's, have you checked out the new interactive movie adaptation of Death in the Family and Under the Red Hood?
I have not, but that's but I should, because it's such an interesting idea for them to do that.
Body Spray Man, will you play any horror games for Halloween? You're looking at it.
This is technically our horror stream for Halloween, but actually what we're going to be doing on the 30th is we're going to do a big stream of Among Us.
I am so looking forward to that.
It's not the most horror game oriented, but it's basically the game, so that'll be fun.
I think that's very sus.
Captain Avenger 1993. Thank you, Lewis. Now I won't be able to drink milk for a week. Also, what would be a list of things Batman would do if he were president? You ever read Calvin and Hobbes, Captain Avenger? That's a Calvin and Hobbes thing. And then there was that question, what would Batman do if he were president? Yeah, okay, I'll just move on.
I don't know what he would do, sorry.
Nebula Bright Punk.
You would get rid of everything rock and roll.
Nebula Bright Punk. Congratulations, Linkara. My hyperfixation on you went away for a bit, but it's back, making you my longest running hyperfixation at a whopping 11 years. You have a stalker.
Yay! That's how you know I made it.
You know, you're not wrong.
I'm trying to. There we go.
Daniel Brand, wash dishes, fully clean the cat's litter box, towels in the washer, can of Coke in hand, wearing pajamas. It's Batman time. Lucky you.
Also, don't forget to pick him in the ...
And also, Bridget Lee, it couldn't have been that big a waste of tax dollars. It got me something for this week's storyline, so there. You finally got your tax dollars worth. Talking about the Alamo Dome. Nebula Bright Punk, for context, I have ADHD. That's fine.
It's all good.
Cameron Heaton, tomorrow's my birthday. Any Saw comics to review?
There is. They're asking about Saw comics?
Uh-huh.
There is one Saw comic that I'm aware of. I don't know if there's any more than that. One was included as part of one of the box sets, I think, for Saw 4, maybe Saw 2. I think it tells I think it tells like an alternate history version of what happened to I want to say Rig was the detective, was the Danny Glover detective from the first movie. We're basically like, maybe I'm thinking of the. Never mind, I'm thinking of the. No, I'm thinking of the video game. There is a Saw comic though. I think it's like, I think it was called Saw Rebirth. I do not know what happens in it though.
If I ever get her.
That's right. I'm thinking, yeah, the Saw video game sees Rig actually getting put inside of a Saw trap. Even though Danny Glover's character dies pretty explicitly in the first Saw movie.
And also, the Saw video games are very weird, and if I ever get around to reviewing them, I'll be interested to see how the hell that makes any sense and how the comic ties in.
Also, Cameron, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Speaks too soon. How is important is Stargate's continuity for viewing? It's everything.
It is a lot more continuity focused. Even some one-off episodes have like sequel episodes.
Don't forget to watch the one that has the furlings. That comes back to haunt you on episode 200. Jonathan Fuentes. Squares. My God. At least they're not Hollywood. Well, you know what? I'd be okay with the squares if they were the Hollywood squares.
Yeah, because Hollywood Square's fun.
SK Trader Productions. Forget a shock the fourth wall. The floor is a shock.
This is a shocking development.
Patrick Caulfield. If you're missing Halloween anthologies and shows, the Disney show, Amphibula, I think that is. Just released one called Shut In, which is amazing in terms of horror. Best part is you don't need to know the show to enjoy. And Andrew Mason. No, you know you've made it when Weird Al makes a parody of you. Okay, good point.
There you go.
Also, somebody in the chat is asking, I have played the demo of Melody of Memory for Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god, it's good. I actually got A++ on a song. I was happy.
One RHPS fan, James A. Miles here. Looked up Zaxby's on my phone. Yes, it's real. No, there's no location in Arizona. Well, if it wasn't real, then how could I get the picture of it into the newscast?
You were a CGI artist, sir. You could do anything.
You got a
Photoshop. Very good Photoshop.
Lacuus, who has more names, Tim Drake or Pinhead / Arrowhead?
And you're going to see a lot more of them coming up in the next issue.
I'm afraid you're off the party list. Better luck next time.
And I think that's it for now.
But I would say Tim Drake, he definitely has more superhero identities.
Die, you big ugly bat!
That flip.
Bat dance.
Hey, the merchandise. That's my party light.
Oh, this is that very long cinematic with Harley. Okay. Lostie's Girl, Ohio to all. I'm planning a fully online Halloween celebration in my college. Any chance someone has streamed a full movie of via Discord or elsewhere?
I have not, but I know other people have.
Oh, Dickilvids. An alternative name for Pinhead? Sewing machine.
Yep, I know.
Sewing machine.
Sewing machine.
But remember, not Robitussin. That's no.
No.
Why would you do
don't
that? All right, so let me see if I can try to share the screen with you guys.
Okay. Evan Panbo, Harley should have used piranhas.
Share screen. Batman, Arkham Asylum. Start sharing.
I will say, for someone said they were sick of Kingdom Hearts. If you are sick of Kingdom Hearts, I get it, but Melody of Memory just works for me because it's a rhythm game, but it's fun, and it's like, yeah, you've seen this sort of stuff before, but the music of Kingdom Hearts is probably the best part.
And someone said twin batarangs earlier, so I'm doing this. Aim and throw.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Later, give pets to the bean for Miko so Crimson passed.
Of course.
Okay, listen, be careful.
Let's see here. Andrew Mason. Speaking of Halloween traditions, do you guys have any favorite Halloween movies you gotta watch every year besides Hocus Pocus?
The Thing. I've never watched Hocus Pocus.
Halloween Town. There's a few other Disney Channel like originals that I watch, but under wraps.
Tower of Terror is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that is good too.
Jonathan Fuentes, thank God we don't have to see that god awful Harley costume again. That was actually pretty bad. If it's showing up choppy, Lou, you can actually cut the share, but it looks like it's good on the stream right now.
Yeah, it's good on the stream, but it's choppy on the share.
Which I suppose is fine.
Dichotomy.
Yeah, I know. It's actually weird as I only see the share in the little postage stamp window.
This is a good one. Beetlejuice is good.
Chris Burge, one thing I find really funny about this game is how unrealistic the goons are. You just saw this guy in a bat suit kick the collective asses of like 5 guys, and they still think, yeah, I'll be Bob Batkiller.
Throwing lunatic!
Well, they're crazy, and they're also way more afraid of the Joker than they are of Batman.
Nebula Brightpunk, 90s dude thinks this game is totally Kleenex!
The Kleenexiest.
Yeah, that is a good question. How does Harley leave fingerprints if she's wearing gloves?
Patrick Caulfield, in your opinions, what's the scariest Doctor Who monster or villain? Weeping Angel seems like an easy answer, but I've always thought the Daleks were much scarier despite the goofy designs and voice.
I would say the Weeping Angels are definitely more terrifying. Oop, I didn't tab. Yeah. In terms of concept, probably the Cybermen. Stay down. Could this guy even be defeated?
I think personally for me the scariest one is I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Silence, but I think the Silence are the scariest threat they've faced because you literally cannot remember that they've done anything to you.
I will actually put it like this: the Silence as a concept villain are amazing. The concept in execution, however, not as much.
Silence are still pretty terrifying, though.
They're terrifying, but they didn't do much.
They didn't do much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
People saying are people saying if I can actually incapacitate this guy?
I don't know. Remember, I'm always behind on the chat.
You ground pound him. One hit ground pound. You have to use a ground pound.
I'm trying to ground pound him. It's not working. He's like, it's not giving me the prompt to ground pound.
I don't know. What I do know is that for me, the Silence are just a really great concept. The problem is the head writer of that era is just bad and didn't know how to finish a continuation of a storyline. And so it's like, initial setup, yeah, I was down for the Silence. Knows how to make a creepy introduction, but no follow-up.
No, he did eventually in the final season. He just couldn't have like a complete storyline in one season. He had to drag it out over 3. And even then, it felt rushed at the end because clearly he just didn't want to carry it over to the next Doctor.
I would agree with you in that Moffat is not that great, except for one thing: season 5. You know, the whole Pandorica story that was actually taken throughout the entire season to a nice conclusion.
Yeah, but that except they were still left with a huge ton of mysteries that were only resolved later on. What are they saying? What are people saying I should do with this guy?
It could be a glitch.
Jeremy Atler, something that amuses me in these games is the idea of how the voice actors have to say.
There, I think I got him finally.
Like predicting what the players will do in any situation.
Like, it was not giving me the prompt to do it.
Emperor Seth, what would you do in real life if you actually had an interstellar spaceship? Would you even have a house on Earth? Who would live on it?
I don't know, I have to think about that, because I would prefer to just, because I would probably live on it. Mind you, I want to have, like, an emergency thing at the ready to get me the hell out of there, because space is scary.
Yeah. Andrew Mason says, to take them down, you need to use the ground takedown attack. Check your controls for how.
It's crouch and then,
it was left control and right click. Which I had to remember from memory because usually they give me a prompt to do that.
Connor Johnson, last night I saw a new Netflix original film written and directed by Aaron Sorkin called The Trial of the Chicago 7. I highly recommend watching it.
I wouldn't. Aaron Sorkin's kind of terrible these days. He was technically always terrible, but just slightly less terrible.
And SKH Video Productions, I'll watch for your chat. If I had an interstellar starship, you know, I wouldn't live on it. Because even Captain Kirk had an apartment on Earth. One RHPS fan, you will agree to be me sooner or later this side of madness or the other. The Matra. Or the Mara, I think that is. Yeah.
That's right, the Mara. They're a classic Who villain that people want to see make more of a reappearance. Kind of snake-themed. I've never actually watched any of the Mara episodes.
I haven't gotten that far in Classic Who.
You've got a long way to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have a very long way to go. Jonathan Fuentes.
I mean, yeah.
Jonathan Fuentes, in space, no one can hear your comics burn.
Where the hell was I going? I know I need to track the fingerprints, but like I don't know where the hell those ended up after I got distracted by the dude.
Speaking from what I've seen, though, part of the reason I stopped watching Doctor Who is I hated Moffat's writing and things like just getting pushed to the side and then rushed conclusion. And it's just like it really felt cheap to me that, you know, you had all these cool concepts and then all these questions and then he's just like, oh, you want answers? Here, whatever, I just made it up.
Moffat also has this habit of introducing a cool concept that might serve as the basis for an entire episode, and then completely discarding it because he wants to focus on how cool the Doctor is or how cool his other characters are.
CR92 told me I have Tempest 1. Tempest 1 is a very badly malfunctioning aircraft, not a spaceship.
Also, Drake EC, Kingdom Hearts 3 is currently my favorite one. I was not disappointed, and the DLC added so much more. I feel like people kind of overbloated a little bit. As for favorite, though, Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably favorite because it holds the most to scrutiny.
Overbloated, huh?
Yeah.
No. I'm just making fun of the grammar there. Overblowed.
Well, yeah, because yeah, I see what you're saying, but people blew it out of proportion, is what I meant.
There you go.
Long
SK
day.
Productions, try again with your super chat. It might be a word that was objected to or something. There we go. GSR might know this pain. Spent 7 hours in After Effects for how to vote PSA versus 70 out of pocket to have a decent background. You know what? I would be more proud of spending 7 hours in After Effects to have a decent background versus spending $70. But if you're on a timeline, but you're right, I do know that pain.
Oh, the pain. Oh, the agony.
Do we have the fingerprints? Where are they supposed to go to, though?
Locuus.
Mm-hmm.
Best Kingdom Hearts was Once Upon a Time Season 3. I stopped after Season 2. I like Once Upon a Time, but it is a soap opera. And if you've seen soap operas before, it starts getting a little bit much sometimes. But how everyone is related and whatnot. There's some really good stuff, and what they did with Rumpelstiltskin as a character is my favorite. But then they started getting into some really weird plot designs.
Are people telling me what the hell I should be doing?
Not quite.
Because the fingerprints disappear.
Exit the penitentiary, then head to the greenhouse. Speaks too soon. Aaron Sorkin screwed my local and several other community theaters out of performing an older production of To Kill a Mockingbird, and then offered his inferior script to do to instead do one a year later.
Yeah.
Symbiotic talks in. I watched all Tales of the Crypt, and oh boy, is season 6 and 7 a dip in quality. Wouldn't mind the finale if there were more like it.
I would argue that that season 6 is fine. It's season 7 does take a dip in quality. I think it still has a lot of good episodes though.
Oh God, Jonathan Fuentes. Oh man, I should have said this with Harley. Check her in the dots. She doesn't have any.
I'm eventually going to get around to reviewing Once Upon a Time because that used to be one of my favorite fairy tale shows, and I think there's some great stuff in that first season. But it has the heroes problem where it has to one-up everything, and then the writing was a little bit rushed.
I'm guessing this is part of it. Andrew Mason, Evil Queen beating Maleficent, and good Captain Cook is what killed my interest in Once Upon a Time.
Good Captain Hook works. The problem is the way they do some of it. It's it's not horrible, but some things I'm just this reveal would have been good if you built to it.
Bridget Lee, unpopular opinion. I found Game of Thrones to be overrated. Well, I never watched the thing.
Residents of Joker Asylum. I'm crazy against
Sir Straw Hat. I noticed you didn't bring up the controversy Magneto's attire in House of M caused in Spain. His attire resembled their as of then King Juan Carlos I, and people considered legal action.
Yeah, it just wasn't important enough for me to bring up because it was mostly just like a cover.
Demi Fiend of Time. People who hate Kingdom Hearts 3 were expecting a finale, not just another Kingdom Hearts game, which is what I was expecting and found it okay. Also on Season 6 of Stargate SG-1 now. My favorite from Season 6 is Memento.
Yep. Here's the thing with Kingdom Hearts 3. It is meant to be...
Hold on 1 second. This one also for you. 7 Zen. I need to get around to reviewing Insert Everything.
That is very true.
You know, you can just watch stuff without reviewing it.
Look, man, I have no free time anymore. I got a job, actually. I gotta do stuff. Although I wish I could make video making my real job. But yeah, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3, it is the end of the Xehanort saga. It's not a finale to Kingdom Hearts that people want it to be.
Captain Adventure 93. I like your new theme for a Shock the Fourth Wall. I do too, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh,
All credit goes to Vincent for doing a phenomenal job on it. I knew I wanted one this year as opposed to last year where I just tried to put a bunch of spooky noises over the regular Top the Fourth Wall theme like AVGN did with his theme song.
Yeah, I just love the way that one came out. It was really, really well. Not to mention also the way you cut it together as well was also pretty good.
I'm planning on doing something like that for future Xenoween. I just didn't have time for it this year. I at least wanted like a bumper intro, which I think works well. But we're gonna get around to like, you know, working on something. And then if I'm still around in like a couple years, maybe a horror themed character. I don't know. I need to establish my channel first.
Sebastian Emon, don't tell Batman what to do. Don't tell Batman what to do.
Don't tell Batman what to do.
Batman wants to do. Let's see. I also like the Christmas Atop the Fourth Wall theme.
Mm-hmm.
Although, and any chance you could get me after the stream a copy of the elevator theme for the stream, because I really like that version too. Speaks too soon. I'm just mad Kingdom Hearts 3 came out too late for a PS3 port.
We have all the games on PS4 now. Like, you can just play the story thus far. I think that's fine. And I'm not saying Kingdom Hearts is a perfect series by any means. And Kingdom Hearts
jump down!
Not a perfect game. But, I mean...
Oh my god, let me jump down!
Nebula Brightpunk, you changed the theme song right as I learned to play it on ukulele. It's harder than it looks. It's only 3 chords, but it hurts my hand. Don't worry, it'll come back in November.
There, jeez. It's so hard just to jump down a hole.
Batman go down the hole.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that in a long time.
I mean, Animaniacs is coming back. And I mean, that's not Animaniacs, but it's like around the same era, so.
I just have not heard that in a very long time. Wow.
Captain Adventure 1993. What happened to No Guns? This is a gun.
This is a gun? Okay, we're trying to get over to the Botanical Gardens. Where I'm sure there are no plant-themed supervillains over there. Okay, okay, it's this way.
Alright, guys.
SKH says, dang it, Zen, you beat me to it.
Yep, and I know it was Time Tunes, but also, guys, no Kingdom Hearts Flame Wars in the chat, please.
Jonathan Fuentes, with all the Kingdom Hearts talk, we may as well be playing the Halloween Town world.
I know. I actually was streaming Kingdom Hearts 1 and got to Halloween Town on Halloween. That was funny.
This is Halloween.
Like... Batman singing the Halloween song. This is Halloween.
Halloween Town is the best world in Kingdom Hearts, let's be honest.
Batman.
Michael Knoll, how's the stream going? Good, or is it a dark night to be Batman? Ooh, nice.
It's always a dark night to be Batman.
It's always a good night to be Batman.
I know, dark night. Sebastian Iman, Once Upon a Time was decent, but yeah, it was complicated to keep track of. To keep track of. I didn't like the love triangle with Emma, Hook, and Rumpelstiltskin's son. I liked seasons 1 through 3, and season 4's Elsa arc was okay.
Yeah, like there are some things that I really did like that they did, but love triangles are always a no-go, and also like they make things so complicated in the beginning, and I feel this is a problem with a lot of TV shows. Like Arrow has this problem too, where you have the writers wanted to create a problem for the season, and sometimes it's character regression. A lot of times it happened in Arrow where they kept killing off like Black Canary like 3 times, just to create tension. In Once Upon a Time, they brought character traits back to where they were in previous seasons. I didn't like that.
7 star from 7. Zen reviews. Linkara's live streams. When?
I'm already doing it right now. Good job, Linkara.
Yep, I'm pretty awesome.
Owen R. What do you think of Zach Hadel's impression of you?
Who?
Yeah, that's my question. Who? Zach Hadel. I've never even heard that before.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know who you're referring to.
If it's a flame thing, then no thanks.
If it's for the flame thing, I especially don't know what the hell you're talking about, nor do I care.
But thanks for the $2. Patrick Caulfield. These inmates aren't crazy, they're just minions of Snowflame and are suffering the after effects of being near him and clearly think Batman has cocaine in his cowl, hence why they jump on him. Creative Chef 25 in the Joker voice. Oh, come on, Batman. The tensions between us is tighter than that suit of yours. So allow me to feel complete by wearing your face and cuddling your body.
I would need to read it off for something that long, sorry, and I don't see it anymore.
Carl Detlinger. Hey guys, have you heard of the video game Nightmare Before Christmas? Ogle's Revenge. Oogle's Revenge.
Oogie's Revenge.
Oogie's,
it's a
sorry.
sequel game to the movie. It should be remade. I've heard good things about Oogie's Revenge. Not like perfect game wise, but it definitely is something that probably should be remade. There is surprisingly a surprising amount of Halloween Town stuff, apparently I'm trying to do this live stream. This is the best live stream ever, guys. Linkara is the greatest at stealth and everything done first try.
DeGil Vids just did a podcast episode today with Fireblast Studios. Give it a listen. Check my Twitter at DeGil2295 for the episode. And Professor Positive, hey Linkara, always been a fan. Just wanted you to know you're awesome sauce and a comic god to me. Dibs on Robin when you play Gotham Knights.
Thank you. Much appreciated. See if I can do an inverted takedown on one of these guys. Come on, come over here. You know you want to. Get right underneath the gargoyle. Nothing suspicious about me right here.
Really sad. Oh, wow.
Oh, come on. Come on. You were going right for me.
Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween Town.
Is it so bad that I can seriously imagine Batman going na 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 the whole time?
No, I just want you to come closer so I can lure you into my trap.
Yoink!
Kaylee O'Hara. Sorry I'm late, folks. Been watching Crystal Lake Memories all day. What did I miss?
Not much. I've just been dealing with guys with guns, and watching Crystal Lake Memories is a great use of your time.
Also, I've been reviewing the live stream apparently.
Hold up, I'm coming with you.
It's really hard to review a live stream.
We'll do it live.
Especially one you're in on. Because I can already hear the review.
The best reviewer ever, and I'm so glad that I subscribed to her on YouTube.
So here's a live stream with some guy who plays this game. I don't really care. But the best part is the co-host, Zenith. Best.
Oh God, they're shooting me. It's okay. I'm Batman.
I hear Zenith is part cat, and that's everything you need to know about Zenith. It's awesome.
Jonathan Fuentes. Just your average giant bat. Nothing weird here.
Aha!
I don't even have anything to promote this week. There's not going to be a new video until Friday, so I'll mostly be promoting it in the following stream. Just so you know, though, next video, lots of story stuff going down. It's going to be kind of crazy. It's going to be a monster prom.
SKH Video Productions. You know what sounds real? You know what really rounds out a spooky month? A spooky radio play. If only there was one with Linkara, Nash, and other great people. If only.
If only.
If only there was a voice from the dark.
Yeah, something along those lines, you know, or maybe even Linkara would lose his glasses or something, you know.
No, such things are only in the realm of dreams.
Oh, just have to rewatch my
glasses. What are you talking about?
I have to rewatch my copy of Atop the Fourth Wall, the movie.
Wait, there's a movie? Can we buy it on DVD?
What?
So I've heard, although allegedly the studio's remastering it in some weird cash grab. I don't know.
I'm not scared of you, Batman.
Warner Brothers, eat your heart out. I am Dinosaur Dracula.
Oh God!
Batman's down. I salute you.
First
I
try.
was really close. I thought I was doing really well with that. Let's try again.
Atop the Fourth Wall, the movie is currently being retrofitted and having special effects fixed by ILM and George Lucas.
So the glitter from Power Rangers Special Edition?
Yes. Plus that weird, you know, Saved by the Bell look that they incorporated as well, you know.
Jeff, getting bored with the sneaking around stuff. Clark never needs to sneak around. Why am I Batman? Why can't I have superpowers like my best non-gay lover?
Anyone got a plan?
Best buddy.
Keep looking. Leave him there. We've got bigger problems.
Yoink!
Hey, get off me!
Andrew Mason, you know you can grab goons from gargoyles without hanging down, right?
Yeah, but it's more funny.
What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, this is more fun. Also, it's friggin' glitter.
Yeah, when the shields go up around Comic-Con 1, you know, we've enhanced it with glitter.
Wait up. I'll watch your back.
Atop the Fourth Wall, the movie, the glitter cut.
It's 4 against 1. Not bad. I advise.
Sebastian Emon,
Get that way.
Batman. This is Arkham. Let's see.
Mine. You hear me?
Zen, is that a reference?
Arkham.
Arkham Knight, the
Take
Joker's
over,
taking
Eddie.
over, letting inmates out to fight. You know it's Arkham, Arkham Knight. I'm fighting for my life. It's inside this brand new Arkham tonight. Thank you.
Let's also note that I think the inverted takedown prompt comes more, happens for longer if I'm upside down.
It does.
Captain Avenger 93. You can win. You feel great. You can do this.
Damn right. I'm Piccolo Batman.
Patrick Caulfield, did you three
I
see
wonder
the
if Bale is in Batman's head. Just being like, sir, why do you keep narrating your life to yourself?
Yoink!
Did you three see the Mark Hamill and Patrick Stewart commercial?
I did.
Also, what did you think? Yeah, I did too. Also, what did you think is the most annoying monster to face? Not that they're badly written, just a pain to face and defeat.
Like in video games or just in general? Because there's a lot of because there's a long range of things here. Because technically, like Cthulhu myth, creatures, old gods, those are the things that are the hardest to kill.
I'd be rather annoyed if I had to face the entity.
Ugh. No. Just get out of range of my awesome bat skills.
Big Jack Films. Hey, Lewis, just making pizza at 10 p.m. with Hasbro owning the license to Power Rangers. Would you like to see the Mighty Morphin Power Blaster and weapons made full size and by their partner Nerf?
I don't know about them being made by Nerf, but they made a legacy version of the original Mighty Morphin Blaster. It's great. It's a great toy. I don't know if they're going to do that for the Lightning Collection. I know they made a Lightning Collection Morpher, which I still have to get my hands on because I've heard it's really cool.
E. McDermott, my guinea pig, appropriately named Halloweeny, has to go through surgery at the end of the month. Can you metaphorically raise your hands and send him your energy so he gets through, okay? I am sending all of my energy, all of my big gay energy their way.
I am sending the spirit energy. Hopefully your hamster will do well. I'm sorry that it has to go through that, but hopefully it'll come out okay.
Don't like this.
Agreed.
Andrew Mason, I'm still waiting for Comic-Con 1 to go to Plaid.
It doesn't go to plaid. It does go to flannel.
Come on.
There we go. Sean Curry voice. Struck it, Trebek. Hey, henchmen, be careful what you shoot at. Most Batmen don't react well to bullets.
Jonathan Fuentes, I'll let you take that one.
No. Dende. No.
Sir Straw Hat.
Guru agrees.
Sir Straw Hat, if Disney kept the license, we could have had, albeit highly unlikely, gotten a Power Rangers world in Kingdom Hearts. Makes you wonder.
Quite possibly. It's hard to say, though, considering they tend to be... Toei tends to be a bit more protective of the brand, I think, or at least of like footage and stuff like that. So it's hard to say how much control they would actually have.
Also, have you ever played any of the Resident Evil games?
I have not. I don't have a big interest in Resident Evil. I gotta play like 7 though, because I've heard like that focuses mostly on the horror stuff.
I've played through fully. 4 I've played a little bit of 5. It's pretty good. I know there's problems, but I like 5. 6 I played a little bit and hated, but I need to get around to like actually playing the older ones. But 4 is the best.
SKH Video Productions. Why do bad guys never look up?
Why don't they look?
Why don't they look? I see how you have to win. You have to press the muffin button.
We're just gonna make a whole stream of TFS references.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, if we're gonna reference TFS stuff, we need to reference the best character, the Eldrin Namekian, who loved to show off his Dragon Balls, played by someone who I'm sure is very handsome and talented.
Oh, you mean Choco Billy? Or Choco Billiam?
The other greatest character. Nope, out of here!
Big Jack Films. Not all of them have to be nerfed, but with the weapons like the Power Zord and daggers being foam melee weapons and the lance, bow and axe, incorporating nerf dart and arrow mechanics.
Maybe.
And 7 Seraphim 7.
Go down there and actually fight these guys.
7 Seraphim 7. Is the glitter cut also going to be re-adding the deleted scene where Comic-Con 1 fights the giant claw? I don't know. It's really hard. It's as big as a battleship.
I would like to see the giant hand in space versus Comic-Con 1.
Of course.
Oh, would that be the big green hand?
The big green hand.
I don't know. I mean, the big green hand didn't do much of a fight. It just kind of, grabbed.
Well, that's because, what was that? Who mourns for Adonis? That's because Adonis
That's
didn't want to do anything. I just
Fuentes,
want to wave.
Jonathan Fuentes, they don't look up because Batman can't. If he's playing with a handicap, so should they.
Ow!
Finish him off, Batman!
Let me tell you something, Prime. Once that ship goes up to 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Okay, buddy?
I'm Optimus. Is Michael Bay involved? No. Then we're fine.
It's just you and me, Michael Bay. And I don't want to be involved with you anymore. Because Bumblebee was actually good.
Was Bay not involved in Bumblebee?
He was a producer, but he didn't have anything else to do with
No
it.
directing or writing or anything like that.
You're gonna cut me free anytime soon.
Yeah, just, and you could tell based on the cinematic styles, it's like because the camera told a large part of the story, and they didn't feel the need to constantly fight in the desert.
Punks like these for breakfast.
Mm.
What were they doing in here?
The ones that weren't hitting me went over there and started doing something to the power.
Sir Straw Hat, yes, it was Apollo.
what
Apollo
Oh,
or
it was
Adonis.
Apollo.
Same thing.
Sorry, I
Same
need to
thing.
rewatch season 2. I haven't seen like the thing is when we were watching season 2 for fun, I also had to go back and watch season 1 again just to do stuff for the review.
Jacob Lerma, who would win, Godzilla or Cthulhu?
Godzilla.
Patrick Caulfield, Zen, do you think the Thriller Bark arc would be good for Long Box of the Damned, or do you think it has too much continuity?
Way too much continuity. That's like 600 episodes into the show. Damn. I'm planning on having the Thriller Bark arc when I get to it be part of like Zenoween or like a horror thing that we're doing.
You
But
need to stop this
looking at
now.
the thing,
Before it
it's
goes too
probably
far.
going to have like 6 or so parts that I'm going to need just to summarize and calculate everything in that arc.
Really?
Not a long box
Okay,
episode.
If you say so, Beth.
P. Pena, haven't caught the stream in a while. Have we had any Batman musical references?
Not bad.
You really need to speed things.
now.
This rate you'll never catch
Kyoji
me.
Kiyashu, long shot, but you wouldn't happen to carry hand sanitizer on you, would you?
I need to
Do-
shut down
do you
power.
not?
Not. Jonathan Fuentes, what does Batman eat for breakfast?
Prime.
Justice.
There's
No
a
way.
big bowl of primos.
Crime.
Kaylee O'Hara, Batman deploying grappling. Off we go into the bat blue yonder. Look at me and my fabulous cape. SKH Video Productions gonna
Gonna need
need
a
more
Senzu
than
for
a
that
Senzu
one.
for that one.
Looks like
Zensubin.
Sensubin!
this is going to be tougher than before.
And
It's a
Myriad
risk.
Media Musings.
Because I'm not.
It's not a super chat, but I'm gonna read it off anyway. How about that Discovery Season 3 and Discovery Season 4 announcement?
Haven't watched any of season 3 yet. So please no spoilers. Oop.
Okay.
I'm still on season 1. Well, technically season 2 because I finished season 1. But you know what I'm
and
saying.
you're not. Yeah, and we're not talking about Disco. You're talking about TOS.
Yes, I'm talking
Standing for-
about.
which you're talking about the those old scientists. Wink, wink.
I'm talking about. Damn it! I'm a doctor, not an archaeologist.
So I take it I might have run out of time.
One RHPS fan, we referenced that awful Prince song.
Batman does not eat nachos for breakfast. We know that.
He does actually. Gail Simone made it canon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Disco is getting a season 4, so there's that.
Yep.
There's
So-
so much Star Trek, I can't keep up.
So
I'm
Disco-
gonna have job security for a while.
Disco's getting a season 4.
Yep.
Picard's getting a season 2. Lower Decks is getting a season 2. And Prodigy and Strange New Worlds are getting a season 1.
I tell you, I may not like a lot of modern Trek, but like, obviously it's resonating with people because they're putting a lot of investment in it. So they they're following the money, especially when they're sinking a lot of money in for something that if they weren't making that much money off of it, that it would not be this much of an investment.
I will say this. I'm happy that we're getting a lot of Trek news. I'm really happy that Trek is as popular as it is. To put it into perspective, History of One Piece used to be my most popular show. The first day of Zen Trek blew it out of the water.
Nice.
So people like Star Trek. And I'm really happy about that. I kind of wish that, they give me a little bit more time because so far behind. That's a me problem.
It looks like it's some kind of secret trophy thing, but I can't see how to get to it.
Emperor Seth, what superhero besides the Bat family should get an Arkham-style game, saying Spider-Man is cheating?
I would love a Blue Beetle game, something along these lines. Probably never going to happen. But let's see, who would be great for a game? Booster Gold would be fun, because that's like you can like time travel to various eras.
I would personally like a Deadpool. Well, no, Deadpool already have a game. Daredevil. Daredevil should have his own game. I think that would actually be good, especially because it's not quite as superhuman.
No, I can't blow stuff up from this side.
Hey, Draconis says, I actually finally watched Lower Decks last week. I actually enjoy it. Honestly, couldn't stand its discovery.
And Andrew Mason, people still watch Family Guy, but it got canceled like 5 times. So I'm just, just saying, like, comparing the amount of like Star Trek stuff to Family Guy is like Star Trek has been canceled, but not as much as Family Guy.
And truth be told, it was up until the Mirror Universe arc in season 1 that I really was thinking about just totally giving up on Discovery. Once that happened, it got kind of interesting again. Season 2 at least held my attention the entire way through.
And let's be fair.
Season 2. I'm sorry. Let me just go and finish this thought here. To be totally honest, I thought season 2 was a big improvement over season 1. I mean, big.
Yeah, but I'm kind of with Chuck. It was an improvement, but only so far.
I'm not saying it was perfect. I didn't say it was perfect. I just said it was a big improvement. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I will say is that has there ever really been a Star Trek like first season that's been legitimately like groundbreakingly good? Because I like TOS, but even I will say that the first season is just mostly, it's good, but it's not something that, would resonate with a lot of people, I think. And I feel like, each Star Trek first season is just kind of an experiment.
DS9 is pretty solid.
Yeah, DS9's up there. I will also consider Lower Decks up there. Sebastian Iman, should Daredevil be integrated into the MCU? If so, should he be Spider-Man's lawyer against the Mysterio murder charges?
I still have not seen Far From Home.
Yeah, guys, please no spoilers for like stuff in Far From Home. There's some really good stuff in that movie.
I'm sure I'm gonna watch it. I every time I think I'm gonna watch it, I'm just like, wait, it's October. I should be watching horror movies.
Yeah. I'm gonna be watching films while I play video games after the stream is done. Now that my cleaning is done.
Let's see. That's funny. Johnny O'Malley says, I thought you might say DS9. Yeah, if anyone says best season 1 of a Star Trek, I'm automatically going to say DS9. As I sure as hell am not going to say TNG or Voyager or Enterprise.
And TOS is decent, but like it gets like the first batch of episodes are pretty hit and miss.
It's rough because they're still trying to figure out what the hell they're doing.
I mean, this is the season that gave us Tomorrow is Yesterday, but it's also the season that gave us The Alternative Factor, but it's also the season that gave us Balance of Terror, so...
Yeah, like I'm not holding too much against it because some of my favorite Star Trek episodes are in season 1. Balance of Terror is just so good, damn it.
Nebula Brightpink, gotta head out early. Thank you for making my super terrible night a little nicer near the end, Linkara.
Alright, hopefully you have a better rest of the night, but thank you for sticking around, and I'm gonna try to be stealthy.
SKH Video Productions.
Subs all way.
SKH Video Productions. It's only a 54-year-long franchise with 586 hours of content as of Wednesdays, and you can get through all that in about a decade or so. Actually, someone calculated it. It would take you approximately 3 months if you watched it back to back.
Yeah, we're trying with our schedule to get through it in 10 years. It's not easy because I'm a windbag and I like to talk about everything. So
Myriad Media Musings is saying the first best seasons I thought were DS9 Lower Decks and surprisingly the animated series. That I can't put the animated series on that list because it only had barely 1 season.
It had a second season, kind of.
Of what? What, 6 episodes?
Hey, British seasons.
I mean, there was a 6-episode season of The Office, so...
Yeah. Kaylee O'Hara, I may have to wait years to watch all the new Trek stuff because it's so polarizing right now. I want to watch it removed from the visceral reactions. Oh, good luck. Great Eye Warp. DS9 Season 1 was meh, in my opinion, but Duet is a masterpiece. Yes,
oh, Lord, yes.
I mean, Duet is easily the best of Season 1. Sebastian Evon, sorry, Lewis, didn't know you hadn't seen it yet. My bad.
Damn it! They must have seen the guy I knocked out. Okay. So avoid knocking dude out.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. I want to see Picard Season 2 before I judge its Season 1. But I will say Season 1 Picard was decent. It didn't. Honestly, a lot of goodwill was spent. A lot of goodwill was spent with an android learned how to mind meld.
Yep.
Emperor Seth, scariest Doctor Who villain in my humble opinion is from Midnight. Oh yeah.
I like Midnight, but it has its issues. It's not perfect, it's not bad, but it does have its issues.
Patrick Caulfield, let me find yours right quick before I move on. Zen, can you look for it?
What am I looking for? Sorry.
Andrew Caulfield, super chat. I don't see it.
Just I don't see it either.
Go ahead and repost it.
Again, repost
yeah,
it.
because I don't see it. Seven Seraphim Sevens. DS9 Season 1 has Duet, a.k.a. the best Trek bottle episode ever. Yeah, it wins. Actually, you know what? I'm going to agree with you, but I will also say there are some other bottle episodes I enjoy, like, say, Cause and Effect.
Cause and Effect is good, too. I would argue that Duet is still better, because much as I love Cause and Effect, Duet is just a masterwork of an episode, and I tend to, much as cool as Cause and Effect is, going for the emotional stuff is preferable to the cool sci-fi concept.
Sebastian Iman, at Emperor Seth, true, Midnight's villain was scary, but I still find Weeping Angels more terrifying.
I would agree with that. I think the concept of Weeping Angels is just really good, until they brought in the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing in the world. I love how Moffat forgot how his own monster worked.
Also, they're saying you got to take out the guy in the tower first.
I know, I'm working on getting up there to get to him.
Okay, got it.
At Step 8, yes, an android apparently learned how to do a Vulcan mind meld just by studying the Vulcan arts.
Because, it's not that
guess.
Vulcans are partially telepathic or anything. No. That's
That's not.
That's just silly.
That's
It's not like it's something we learned in season 1 of TOS.
You see, that's the one thing where I had to be like, no, just no. That spent a lot of goodwill for me. Kevin Plensons, was Star Trek Lower Decks any good? And was there any episode in one of the main series that just followed the background crew? Okay. Me personally, just me, I enjoyed Star Trek Lower Decks, the series. It's fun. It's harmless fun in my opinion, and it's really quite decent. And as for your second question, there is an episode of the main series that followed just the background crew. You know what it's called, Lewis?
1 second. What was the question?
Is there any episode in one of the main series that just followed the background crew?
Yes, there is an episode called Lower Decks.
Lower
in
Decks.
TNG.
Very creative naming schemes they have going on here.
I rescued the
That's
hostages
actually-
because I am Batman and I'm awesome.
That's actually where they got the title for Lower Decks. It was from the TNG episode Lower Decks.
Yep.
It's also where they got the concept.
Joker wanted the entrance to the Titan.
And someone has mentioned...
They could have called it Good Shepherd.
Again, so I can find it.
No, that episode sucked.
That episode sucked.
That episode was... I mean, that is a Lower Decks episode, but it's awful. Because that's a Lower Decks episode that turned into a Janeway episode somehow.
Yep.
Oh, Great Saiyan makes a great point. What about the Vashta Narada from Silence in the Library? That is the best, scariest.
Those are-
villain.
I liked them, but they were never quite the same level of scary to me that the Weeping Angels were. Maybe it's because it wasn't shot as a horror movie like oh god, that was a mistake.
Like Blink.
Like Blink was.
I
Good
do
thing I'm
feel like
Batman, or that would have been weird.
They should have brought back the Vashta Narada. They haven't yet, and to my knowledge, and
Well, what
like
can you do with them? You can't really do anything with them.
that's the beauty of them. Like, I mean, what do you do with Weeping Angels?
Well, there's a lot you can do with Weeping Angels. Vashta Narada, it wasn't the fact that they were, creatures that lived in shadows that could eat things that were scary. It was the skeleton in an astronaut suit reaching out to try to kill you that was scary.
Yeah, that's what made it scary. But just the Vashta Narada as a concept of microscopic creatures that live in the shadows.
Yeah, it needs a little more to work with. It's not terrible, but it needs more for the story than just that. Daleks can work for most stories just because they alone are terrifying and powerful. It's a repetitive type of story, but you can do a lot with those. Vashta Narada, there's a lot more you need to be able to work. You need to do to make it work.
Jonathan Fuentes, we have to house Dr. Isley, but we need to be very careful not to put her in any proximity to fauna. Hey, why don't we put her on an island with a big freaking arboretum? Genius!
Mario. Stay still while I shoot you with the medical phaser, Ensign. And damn it, Chakotay, I will fight you to the death. How dare you?
Quiet, I'll give you another dose of the medical phaser. That's one of my favorite Chuck intros, but sorry, my favorite joke from Chuck in any of the SF Debris reviews is easily the joke from Court Martial. All right, that's everyone except for the crewman in the transporter room. Eliminate his heartbeat. Done. He is now dead. Okay, so now as you can see, I can be cleared of murder. What about the guy you just killed? I love that bit. Let's see here.
Why did the Joker tie the secret entrance to a bomb? It seems like a very inefficient way of moving around.
Well, I didn't plan to use a secret entrance. Haha.
Andrew Mason, season 1 felt a lot more like Stewart taking his issues for the character out on everybody. Nothing particularly wrong with that, but the implied message from how he ended up felt extremely hostile. And their SKH Video Productions crewman. I said, help me, not shoot Hey, quiet, or I'll give you another dose of the medical phaser.
You should eat the weeping angels.
Alright, let's do this.
Another bang.
Yep.
Oh god, that
Yep,
spine is
listen.
not gonna. That skin around it. Oh god, they are gonna. Ow. When these guys return to
gonna hurt
normal,
later.
that's not gonna be healthy.
That's gonna hurt, yeah. Captain
Also,
Adventure 93. Who do you prefer, Harley and Joker or Harley and Ivy?
Harley and Ivy. I gotta remember how I fought these guys.
Here's the thing that I don't like about it. It just
Ow.
this is the third one-face fight, and it just we're
Ow.
gonna add more instead of another.
Oh
boss.
god, no.
7 Seraphim 7. It's not like that episode told us Voyager was so bad at running a ship they stuck a guy with multiple astrophysics PhDs as an engineering guy rather than working in stellar cartography. Oh wait.
Yep.
Jonathan Fuentes, my favorite Chuck joke is, but you defiled me. I don't remember that one.
Sure. It's been a while since I've watched him, mostly because I used to watch him more on Blip. Ever since Blip kind of went down, I had to try to find people elsewhere, and I keep forgetting to find him elsewhere.
Movie Monster 457. What question for each of you? What is your most controversial TV Star Trek opinion?
Controversial. I'm trying to think of what would be the most controversial thing.
I'm trying to think myself. You know, while you think, I'll go on to the next one. Patrick Caulfield, hope this finally goes through after 5 attempts. I'm hoping now we'll get a Beetle game where Ted Cord is our mentor and the Scarab acts out tutorial. I really just want that now.
That actually sounds really fun.
Apparently one of my more controversial opinions is that Lower Decks is good. I guess.
I mean, I saw one joke from it that I liked. They showed me the no Landrew do not worship sign, and I like that. But I mean, I haven't seen the show. And hello,
The problem is, it's not the kind of thing you
apologizes.
should really have. For me, it breaks immersion because it's too jokey. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like in universe, why would you need that message? These are supposed to be Starfleet officers and professionals. I want professionals, damn it. Like, there's a balance. Like if you mixed all these shows together into one, there's a good show somewhere. But they took each one and have the same, and they each have different problems that could be solved by doing by mixing and matching bits of the other ones.
Well, what I actually like about that is at the end of that particular episode, it ends up sort of being a commentary on Starfleet itself. Like, Starfleet, goes, they solve the problem of the week, and then they go away and they never follow up.
And that's fair, but you can do that without the jokey jokes, is my thing.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yo, Kana's here to say, you're doing good, Lewis.
Oh, I'm
Great
doing
Eye
great!
Great Eye Warp. Midnight is the scariest Who episode, in my opinion,
Ow.
and one of my favorites. But for scary monsters, shout out to the Flood from Waters of Mars. I forgot about them. Jonathan Fuentes, dodge!
That was good. Dodge!
Oh god.
Symbiotic toxin. Look out, it's discount doomsdays. It's the Bash Demon. True, the Flood is a chilling villain that I wish made a comeback.
Anna, what do you think of this game? What are your thoughts?
Okay.
Not enough playing with me, human. Okay. Sorry.
7 Seraphim 7. Favorite Chuck joke? Janeway's cameo in Star Trek Nemesis. Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
I have to think about that.
I hope you guys don't hear my cat. She's very loud.
Alright, let's try this again.
Not right now, baby. I can't play with you.
Well, Andrew Mason, they didn't dismiss Picard because he was old. I mean, he just walked in after insulting the living crap out of Starfleet.
Yep. Yeah,
And
I don't
besides,
mind
there's Admiral
the fact that they
Potty Mouth.
rejected him outright after what he just did. My problem is Admiral Potty Mouth.
Yeah, who was supposed to be Janeway? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Apparently they had another role
Damn it,
for
Kim.
Janeway lined up for props with Prodigy.
damn it, Kim, I was gonna be a part of this massive show, but I decided not to because I had to hit you with the medical phaser.
I'm gonna ride you like a mech suit. Oh God!
Quick, they can't turn very well.
No!
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Jonathan Fuentes, Lewis, you need a quick fire batarang so you blind them as they're charging, then dodge. Your quick fire is mapped to Q.
And just remember, F is to pay respects.
Callie O'Hara, Big Bane, chase me. Big Bane, chase me. One RHBS fan, shoot the glass.
Jeff, Clark, I need help. They keep hurting me. Cuts to Clark out on a date with Lois. Here's Bruce and just goes back to dinner. They keep hitting me. I'm fighting too many one faces.
Almost like you put two one faces together, and what do you got?
The problem is
faces.
I'm trying to position them in a way so that they will hit each other, and that gives me my best opening. The problem is they sometimes don't go in the order that I need them to go in.
Also, they throw dead bodies like rag dolls.
Yeah, but that can be to my advantage too. Serpentine!
That King Fran Petty. Well, Batman is over there, and over there needs to take care of himself.
Yes. Which, by the way, that reminds me, there was a joke in the news ticker that I had no choice but to cut out. Jonathan Fuentes, Batman's F key must be so worn out because of his parents.
My parents are always dead.
Oh God! Right
and
into the other one.
Movie Monster says you still haven't answered the controversial Star Trek opinion question.
I don't know what my controversial Star Trek opinion is.
My controversial opinion is that I like TOS.
That's not controversial.
I've only seen
damn
one
it.
season.
Well,
That's
I got
still
one
not
of them down right
controversial.
before I died.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Trust me. Controversial would be like saying that that the Best of Both Worlds is the worst episode of all time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what opinion is controversial for me.
The alternative factor is deep.
The alternative
I mean,
factor
I
is
suppose the fact that I put Spectre of the Gun on my top episodes.
I would not
My
count that as
opinion
controversial.
is that I know my controversial opinion. City on the Edge of Forever is not the best of any Star Trek. It's not the
You
best.
know, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one because a lot of people say that's the best episode of all time. But you know what? I'm also with you. I don't think it's the best.
It's just it's not out enough for my liking. Also, Kitty, I know I love how you're a puppy and like to bring me little toys, Kana, but I cannot play right now.
Mr. Roboto, how would Crazy Steve handle Bane?
Probably with explosives and ranting about how cool he himself is.
Drake, you see, I am so gonna ban you. My controversial opinion, Best of Both Worlds was okay.
How
No,
dare!
Time now,
Best of
ban.
Both Worlds is a masterpiece.
Temporary ban.
I mean, Zen hasn't even seen it, and even she knows it's a masterpiece.
I listened to the two people who've watched Star Trek their entire life, and who actually agree with most of my opinions when it comes to TOS Season 1.
Cornet Chris. They are huge. It means they have huge guns. Movie Mindster. My controversial opinion is that In the Pale Moonlight is terrible. You see, that's controversial.
See, now that's controversial. I get the opinion, and I disagree, but I understand it. Oh!
Controversial would be saying Janeway's the best captain. That's not controversial, that's just wrong.
Yeah, Mirror.
Saying Jonathan Archer is the best captain is wrong. Janeway is just an opinion.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Like, objectively, that is just incorrect.
Damn it, Linkara, I am the best captain of this Starfleet, and you will kneel before Zod. I mean, Janeway.
Oh, okay, Drinky C says, I misremembered episode names. Yes, Best of Both Worlds is fantastic. I mean the one where Picard is in Illusion World, where he plays the flute. That one is
that's
okay.
Actually,
Inner Light.
Opinion is starting to turn around, especially because people started to point out, this is actually really messed up.
It really is.
Inner Light has some has some good ideas, but also a lot. The more you think about it, the more it's actually kind of terrible.
Yeah, it is actually really. If you look at it in the right light, it's a horror film.
Yeah.
Because they gave Picard 50 years worth of memories that were not his, and basically put him. It's the episode Hard Time from DS9, just a nicer version.
Yeah.
Jonathan Fuentes. Lewis, I know how to beat them. We just have to hit them really, really hard.
You're not wrong. Oh, now I have the problem of, oh god, now he can't have run into himself. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to, take him down. Cape! Oh god, Cape did not work.
Into the wall.
Drinky
Battering,
says,
run into the...
Drinky Z says, personal favorite episode is Darmok. That is a good episode.
Darmok is a great episode. Ow!
So Vol is not as good as Landru.
No, but you know what? I actually do like the Apple over Landru. Sorry.
The Apple is a great episode. I just prefer Landru much better because of the quotes. The Apple is an interesting episode, and there's some really good ideas in it. At the same time, I can't wait for our next. I don't want to spoil our next thing, but. Damn,
I've destroyed the
Val is just meh.
Andrew Mason, I don't think Operation Hit Their Fist with My Face is working, Linkara.
They've been using a...
I think we just need to give it another shot. Allows 3 targets to be taken out simultaneously. Once thrown, requires a short period of time before it can be used again. Remote control batarang.
First try.
Mario says that Voyager episode with the War Crime Memorial. That's a messed up episode when you think about it. That's also the Inner Light.
I liked the idea of that episode, but man, they fumbled the execution hard.
I do also really like the idea of it, but it should really be an option if you want to experience it, not
force people to do so.
Because that's screwed up. Same thing with Inner Light.
So what should I upgrade to next? I think I've maxed out on health.
Yeah, I would upgrade combat next.
Special combo boost.
His eyes opened.
I have conquered
strikes.
Disease.
Hawk Hero, thoughts on Digimon Adventure 2020, and do you think they rushed the Ultimate Evolution?
Still have not watched more than like 2 or 3 episodes. They definitely went for the final form Omnimon like really, really quicker than I expected. I'll give you that.
Why am I laughing? I should be depressed. Why do I get the pizza when I only have the crust? Or something like that.
Special combo splits.
Hawkeye Fan 91. I was cleaning today when I found a box of DVDs. I looked in it. I found 2 copies of every DVD that you release due to how often I lose track of them. I lose one, then I buy a new one. Do I have a problem? No, you do not.
No, you do not. In fact, I think you should get a third one as another backup.
This is a backup. And then also get a backup to that backup. One RHPS fan, could Move Along Home be any more stupid? Yes, it could be, but I don't want to talk
but it's
about
still
how.
pretty stupid on its own.
Yes. Callie O'Hara, to people who don't like the In the Pale Moonlight, please know I'll be shortly by to say hello.
I just say hello.
In the Pale Moonlight is an amazing episode, and I have a video doorbell, so yeah. This is this. What do you think of Dan Dio getting fired from DC Comics?
Took too damn long for it to happen. Dan Dio may have overseen a lot of good stuff during his tenure, but he also did a lot of really terrible stuff.
And Jacob Lerma, Zen, thoughts on Spider-Cat?
Spider-Cat is the best idea ever, and I definitely want to make them an honorary member of the Bun Squad because they are super cute. I love the Spider-Cat. Best cat.
Dumb question.
Oh,
yes.
If I could just summon the Bat Plane to bring a bunch of stuff that'd be helpful to me, why isn't it bringing in more help?
Batman works alone.
So the person being 2 horizontal points, okay? Because it seems like I could just get like Nightwing or Robin or anyone else to come help.
Nope, gotta be Batman. Gotta do it by myself. It is kind of stupid.
Oh, it's this thing. This is the Tim Burton Batman. Where do they get those wonderful toys?
All I have to say on this concept is this: Shaka, when the walls fell.
I like the line launcher as a concept, but I do agree that it should have been something that was in your utility belt, or like for an upgrade or part of your. It doesn't make sense to just call the Batwing.
The ultimate Sega event. Batman, I work alone, he says while taking care of all his children.
I work alone.
Oh god.
I don't have a bat family. What bat family? What are you talking about? 100% needed.
See, I don't need a bat line. That was easy.
But yeah, Spider-Cat is an honorary member of the Bun Squad, and as soon as I get Miles Morales, I want to have like artwork made of Spider-Cat and just like do something in storyline with it.
By the way, Lou, it is now 9:30, just FYI.
Alright, once we get to the next section, which will probably have a, whatchamacallit, a cutscene like this that'll probably auto-save, because I'm assuming we're about to have a boss fight with Pamela.
I'm here now.
Andrew Mason, Robin, you know, Bruce, if you're having trouble, Batman, currently wrestling 2 Super Banes. No, I work alone. I am the Knight.
Unless it's Clark, in which case, Clark, please help me.
Yes. And I heard
SKH Video Productions, if you still can, in your state, register to vote. This is the only political statement I will make until actual election day, when I will make the exact same statement. If you are able to, please do your civic duty and vote.
Indeed.
Vote. I have my mail-in ballot. I'm ready to send it.
Kevin Plancinus, wait, why did the Batwing just have to break into the building, destroy an entire large window just to drop a small pod 5 feet?
Yeah.
There's a Batman.
And Jonathan Fuentes, because Batman is over there, and over there needs to deal with its own problems. Which reminds me,
stop giving me lip.
Which reminds me, I had a cut joke from the news ticker in the segment I did. It read basically that it's like the Honey Acre Springs owner was like, the light display will go on. Well, what about and when asked about the ion storm near Temlin Stadium, he just replied, well, Temlin Stadium's over there, and over there can deal with its own problems.
Also, I gotta say this, Ryan Mack, Miracle Grow worked way too well. Alrighty.
I'll see if you can shed
Hey,
some
Poison
light on
Ivy.
the crops kept.
But
First
as
try.
we're first try.
All right, I think that is enough for the evening.
Yep.
So yeah, I gotta get back to work on editing and getting a bunch of stuff done with for you guys. Thank you all for coming out here yet again. Next week, I think, will be the last Arkham Asylum stream for the month, because the week after that is Halloween. And on Friday, October 30th, we will be playing an Among Us stream. Try to get as many people as we can, just to have a fun old time with that.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Kelly O'Hara, Batman, he works alone, is definitely Tamarian. All right, is there any other super chats we should do before we call it a night?
Yep.
There's
Jonathan Wes, actual reasoning why Nightwing and Robin aren't helping. Bruce would rather them protect Gotham instead of help.
Daniel Brandt, Batman. I got lucky with Damian. He didn't have to change diapers or pay child support.
All right, good night, everybody. Thank you for coming out here. We'll be back with more Batman next week. Have a great night. Register to vote.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
To promote this week, but if you can, check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/ZenithWillReview. Help the Bun Squad, support my cats, help them knock over soda.
Thank you, Lewis, for having us on. Good night, everybody. And one last super chat. Patrick Caulfield, last one of the night. Personal favorite cartoon moment. Wally West, Clark Kent takes masks off. Bruce Wayne. I love how he trusted the League with his identity. No hesitation.
Damn right. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.